Hey, young artists from all over, it's me, Miss P, for another art project. So outside today, I don't know if it's like this when you're watching the video, but today it is pretty glum, the sky is very gray, but I still love the fall. I love seeing all the different falling leaves and just the crisp air, enjoying it. So this week I wanted to do a project about some of the life of fall. So what I have here is I have this yellow piece of construction paper and I have this white scrap paper. So on this yellow piece of construction paper, we're going to get some crayons and we are going to draw some fall leaves. And fall leaves tend to be in colors like orange and red, brown, yellow, things like that. If you have a brown or a black crayon, those would probably be best for our outlines of our leaves. For our scrap paper, we're actually going to be making a magnifying glass, which I think some of you have already used in school, and we are going to draw under our magnifying glass, or in our magnifying glass rather, some of the bugs that we get around here in the fall. And most common bugs that are found in the fall are your typical ladybugs, and then also something called a boxelder bug. So I'll show you how to draw both of those once we get to that part of our project. So if you don't have this piece of white scrap paper, you can just draw your magnifying glass on your piece of construction paper, whatever works for you. But the first thing we're going to do is we're going to draw our first fall leaf. I don't know what kind of leaf I would call this, but it's got a lot of different leaves, or yes, leaves coming off of it. That's a pretty fun leaf. We also have, oh, I dropped some of my crayons, that's okay. We have a leaf that has 3 different points, like a crown, and 3 different sections. So there's 3 different points for each section of our leaf. So there's another leaf. A classic leaf that I like to draw is one that's long and comes around our paper. Oh, I'm always dropping my crayons, guys. Okay. And of course, we can do a classic leaf, like the kind you sort of see every day. A big sort of roundish leaf. That has lines going from either side. So I'm going to fill up my page with different kinds of leaves, and then I'll color them in. So we'll have a place where our bugs can hide in the leaves, because they're going to want a place to hide. So let's get to drawing a couple more bugs. Or leaves, not bugs. Let's get to drawing a couple more leaves. maybe some smaller leaves. Or similar leaves that just fit in and are smaller. We want to kind of fill our page up with some fun leaves. I'm going to take some time to color in these leaves and draw some more to fill up my paper. So you can watch right here. I just have my box of crayons. As always, you are welcome to use any supplies you have available to you at home. You don't have to use the same ones that I'm using, but you have that option. Crayons work great for this project. Okay, I have a nice leafy background here, and this gave me the opportunity to use a lot of different brownish colors in my crayon box. This project is a good reminder of the beauty of brown and how the warm brown colors bring so much beauty to autumn. And I think sometimes brown colors go underappreciated. So this is a great opportunity to use those lovely brown colors in your crayon box. I suggest it. Oh, I have so many colors I feel like I didn't even get to, but that's okay. The next thing we're gonna do is I have my piece of scrap paper. This is scrap paper from an old project, but I think I have space on this paper to use it to make a magnifying glass for a little bug that I'm going to draw on my paper. So if you want to use a stencil for making your magnifying glass, you can do so. I always use a roll of tape or something like that. And then I can grab my black crayon. I'm going inside that black crayon, and that gives me a nice circle. If I go inside the black crayon, as well as outside the black crayon, oops, it gives me a nice opportunity to have like a rim around my magnifying glass right here. And then my handle is pretty simple, obviously. I'm just drawing a nice handle with a rounded edge. Now, you can make this handle any color you want. I think that I'm going to spice it up a little bit. I think I will make my magnifying glass green around the edges. And then after I color in my nice magnifying glass, it's going to help me see the bugs. I will show you how to draw some different kinds of bugs. Okay, so I mentioned a ladybug before, and we could draw a ladybug, but I also mentioned that other bug called a boxelder bug, and I wanted to show you guys how to draw that because it's a bug that we don't get to draw as often. So I'm going to show you how to draw that. And I'm looking at my computer just because I have a picture of that bug on the screen. So this bug kind of has a long body, like this. And his head is little, with some little antenna. Those are the little things that come out of our bug's head. And then our bug, like a ladybug, has 6 legs that he uses. And then our boxelder bug is actually red on the inside, but he does have some black marks inside his body. I'm going to make his antenna a little bit longer. He has one at the end of his body right here. And then one that goes up through here. So basically, he has these 2 little stripes on his body, and you can draw them exactly like I did. This one is like a little rectangular shape almost, and this one is more of just a stripe. But then we are going to color the rest of our boxelder bug red. So there is our nice boxelder bug. The other bug, obviously, that we can draw is the one I talked about before, which is a ladybug. And I drew the boxelder bug first because I think fewer people know how to draw a boxelder bug. A ladybug is a lot simpler. You start with a circle, which you can do in red. If you want, you can put a little circle at the top. And that can be our ladybug's head with some antenna. Oops. Our ladybug has 6 legs, 3 on each side. A line down the back, because she's technically a beetle, so there's this side of the back and this side of the back. And then she has some black spots on her back. And I try to make the spots the same on both sides of her back, this side and this side. But you don't necessarily have to do that. And then I'm going to color in the rest of our ladybug's body in red. So this is our boxelder bug and our ladybug. Now, because we're going to put our boxelder bug on our paper, I'm going to color in the background of my magnifying glass the color of our paper, I think. A nice yellow background. And if you want, you can even add some of those lovely brown leaves that we were talking about earlier in the corner, sort of around our bug. But you don't have to do that. It's just a cool option. I'm gonna do that right here. And I'll do another different color for my next one. I've got my nice little magnifying glass, and I am going to use my scissors to cut out my magnifying glass. I've got my little magnifying glass, and I'm going to grab my glue stick so I can put some glue on the back of my scrap paper here, and I can glue it down on my paper. You can't see down here, but I'm applying some glue, and then I'll decide where to put this. Maybe right here. Now, I have a nice drawing of a fall scene with leaves and a bug common to fall. This project was pretty fun, and I hope you enjoyed it. I did it all with crayons, easy peasy, and I look forward to seeing yours as well. So, have fun, and I will see